tend to believe you. But it doesn't work like that.
I
I went through a divorce.
I 100%.
How many men suicide themselves compared to women?
Do you know what happens now? Is I hope this rhetoric doesn't find itself in Africa or in the third world country whereby it's easy. Women are easy persuaded, like they easily follow whatever that they see on social media, right? Men are scared of getting married because just look at it right now. Let's say I've spent 10 years of my life building myself, right? No help from nowhere. I ended up, meeting you, marrying you. We ended up being together for like probably 2-3 years. Let's just say one day you just wake up and don't feel like you just your feelings, women, your feelings, and you just feel like you're not loved, or maybe you just feel like, you've met somebody or whatever that happens, you don't want to be in the marriage anymore. You have the right to take maybe half of whatever that I've built. And, people could just pretend and be with somebody just for the main purpose that you want to take their stuff.
And that's why men, I explained to you in this part, that's why men, because in the patrimony, Quebec has something similar when it comes to the 50-50. If you don't create a prenuptial and postnuptial, it is the responsibility of men and women to write a post or a prenup when it comes to that.
Why?
I don't.
Yeah, because
who think about that when you're in love?
No.
Like the love word that we said.
No.
Who think about prenups?
Because it has nothing to do with me. No, I'm not entering, me and my partner right now. By the way, we both study law, and we know that the day we leave each other, we're both going to be at each other's head. I'm going to come after you for everything. You're going to come after me for everything, because we know how the law works. And we're giving advice to other people that if you guys don't do that, what the law says, not what the man says or what the woman says, what the law says, that what is in the patrimony, you are owed 50 and I am owed 50. So if there is a discrepancy based on salary, where your salary is going to be more,
to the mic.
Where your salary is more than me, you're going to have to owe me on that. And that's why I say you need.
Why do you have to owe you on that? You're a stranger in my
life.
But
it is it's in the law. I'm not the one that created the legislation.
But do you agree that like women tend to like get the better part of all of this?
They always get the better part.
You might look at child support.
Even get the kids.
80% of the time, men don't even ask women for child support.
We don't need it.
Which I think you guys should. Men.
No, we don't.
Well, if you guys don't, and if the woman is asking for it, honestly speaking, with the whole child support, listen, I don't have a child, so I can't really speak too much on it, personally speaking. However, I can only speak on the 50-50 when it comes to assets and everything. I feel like men in general, when they hear the word prenup, they automatically think that, oh, you guys are already thinking about the end of the relationship. No, you're not. What we're saying to you is that the state is going to make that decision for you.
Yeah, you fall back to like, I think the state's default law or
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the states. Here in Canada, it's the court. It's the provincial legislation that is going to be the one that is going to tell you that it's 50-50. And if it so happens to be that you're the one that is the breadwinner in the relationship, well, guess what, monsieur? You're going to have to owe her 50% of the matrimony and the patrimony. Now, everything else becomes whatever, each person, whatever, minor stuff. But just in general, everything becomes 50-50. And then, yeah, I understand why the men become spiteful.
This law book is a new law book in 2023. Because I don't see no man that's doing 50-50. They're the one always giving child support, paying this, paying that. Even the child money come every month goes into the mom's bank account.
I think the child support.
So where's the 50-50 there then?
The 50-50. Okay, let me explain again. So now we're living in this house, right? Me and you, we live in this house. Everything that's in the patrimony in here belongs to both of us, regardless of who bought it. The bank account that we use for the house, like my salary, your salary, it doesn't matter who put in it. The cars for the house, not for the condo or the chalet that's in up north, for the family, the patrimony. Everything becomes 50. You get 50%, I get 50%. It doesn't sound like 50% because if you're the one that put 90% into it, then it's not 50-50.
If I married you or and you come into my house.
Zero, then yes, it's not 50-50. But because we married each other and we left, technically, it is mine according to the law.
So if I was a woman, I can make this as a business. Then I can just go and married man.
Yeah.
Well, then at that point you're not in good faith. So that's when you dispute it in court.
Well, that's what is happening a lot for men these days.
Yeah, and usually the men like walk away, and that takes me back to the argument. My argument earlier is someone could just intentionally behave like that. And again, when you look at the Western culture or the Western the laws in the Western world, it's designed. It's more of like they're trying to it's like a business for them. Marriage is a business, right? And I know a lot of people, including I don't know if it's Jews or whatever. Some of them don't even go to the court to just sign their marriage and all of that because they don't believe in that.
Muslims do that.
Yeah, Muslims do that. So it's more of like, and I don't think men have issues with prenup. It's just like they have to like get comfortable, because once a man brings up prenup, it's usually the woman who has who rubs like that thing rubs her differently. Like, don't you trust me? You think I'm in? So it's usually the women who complains more about prenup compared to a man.
I think it should be unfortunately, we live in a society where we think with our emotions and not with our head logically. And again, I understand both sides. I understand the men's side 100%. You said something very important where we talk about the S word and where we talk about mental health among men. It's not, and especially among black men. We don't talk about mental health among black men. It's something that it should be emphasized a lot upon. And I agree with you. However, unfortunately, in order for us to move forward as a society, the tools need to be given. We cannot continue staying in this position where it's like we're going to keep on blaming, because both sides are just going to be spiteful. And we're just going to keep on hurting each other, where it's like, okay, well, we're not doing anything.
No one
we're
is
just
blaming anyone. Men has just dropped their manhood, basically, because the system has not been created for men. Period.
The system was originally...
Nowhere you're going to go find help as a man and they're going to help you.
The system was originally created to help women. Because again, like I stated before, originally the roles were flipped. The roles were flipped. You know the famous expression, the abused becomes the abuser? I hate using that. But the roles were reversed. Women were not the ones that were having rights. Women were the ones that were sitting down complaining, talking about the discrepancy in payments. And it is a fact. It has existed. And it just recently, it was amended. Abuse and everything.
Do you believe in the gender gap? Like, it's not real. Like,
in the World Cup, during the FIFA Women World Cup, it did existed. There was a pay gap.
Do you
between
know?
the two? Even in the health sector, there was a pay gap.
No, like when you look at the women that are in your big, huge positions now,
yeah,
they make the same money that men that prior to them were making the same money, like a manager, a supervisor, or a CEO, or COO,
or president.
They
no,
still
but
make
I'm
the
saying that it in certain places it exists. It's just that it was because in workplaces there's this thing called you don't tell the other person your other salary, so it ended up becoming known when certain companies got. I'm not saying that there are not female presidents out there that get either the same salary, if not more, than their men compatriots. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there have been issues about that and it has been resolved. The problem is that now that women have gotten comfortable, they forgot the whole purpose of the whole reason why they wanted their reason.
Forget to be women.
Is that the problem is that they want, like, the thing is that the point is that you want to get your right. Don't try to shit on the other person, on the male compatriot. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think women have bargained more than they can chew. It's more of like now, aside from like them, moving with this feminism wave and all of that, is like I don't need a man and all of that. It's reality. What I'm scared of now is when men, we adopt. Like we adapt to like situation, environment, and all of that, like our instincts. So when men end up getting comfortable with this culture, it's gonna affect women more. It's gonna get to a point.
I just say it. A lot of divorce is going on because men are becoming more comfortable of seeing that the system is not on their side.
Yeah.
So everything, you know what? Hey, I'm a man. I can just take my school bag and just leave the house and go build another house with another woman elsewhere. That's the life that we actually live in. Men don't think anymore. Men don't have emotions anymore because the system, again, I'm going to say it because I live in the system. We all live in the system. And I've been through a divorce. The system has been created for women, period.
You know, the scary part again is, you know how, like, normal tradition, they say chivalry is normal and all of that. It's going to get to a point whereby even when you go on a date, you pay for your meal, he's going to pay for his meal. You see that, like, mindset, like, I got it, I'm independent and all of that. It's going to get to a point whereby past this Generation Z, that's what's going to happen because men are going to be comfortable. As a man, I don't want to, like, imagine dating you is like me spending money. Right? Yeah, you don't have to spend anything. So you could even write off of whatever because you know I like you. And I know women that know the guys that they like, they don't make them wait. Right? Do you?
I don't understand.
Like women that, like, from the get-go that you like this guy, do you make him wait?
Like make him wait how?
Do you make him wait, like, compared to somebody that you are not really, really into?
Make him wait.
If I say wait, a guy that you really, really like, it doesn't take long for you and the person to, like,
do that. Okay.
Intimate or maybe, get serious and all of that.
I had a blonde moment.
Yeah. So, but somebody that you don't really, really like, you tend to make the person wait. Or sometimes even the nice guys, you make them wait. It could go both ways. They say nice guys finish last. It's the same thing. But I'm just saying, the guy that you really, really are into, you see the vibe is different, right? The communication.
Yeah, the communication and all of that is amazing and everything. But also at the same time, listen, I don't like, first of all, making you wait, not making you wait. If I'm not comfortable doing it, I'm not.